All right, well, thank you all for participating in the breakout sessions. It probably went a little smoother in this room than it went with the virtual breakout session. So for those that are still connected virtually, hopefully that was worthwhile for you. I'm not sure if Fan asked you when he got up here, but I'm going to ask now. During the discussion with your breakout group, did your opinion change of any of those topics? Raise your hand if your opinion changed by hearing some of the feedback from others. Okay, a few hands are raised. Good. Again, these topics are all things that I think are yet to be settled, and there may be different decisions by different organizations going forward. All right, so I'll kind of get to this. One of the first things was just kind of get a feel for the cross-section, the demographics of what we've got. So we got more input from agencies. The second most group was the producers and contractors or associations. And then the third largest group was researchers, academic institutions. So we had 100 and really, I think it's 105 or 106 responses. As I was copying and pasting, the numbers kept going up. But so the first question was about the BMD approaches. Which of the BMD approaches do you prefer for mixed design approval? And here's the results of your choices. Okay, so it's like 32% like method A or approach A. 27% volumetric design with performance optimization, that's approach B. So it's pretty evenly distributed there. You know, there's the group that like to go to performance design right off the bat. At some point, hopefully we'll be able to kind of sort through more of the details of if there's a preference that's different for contractors and associations and agencies. So that'll come later as we have time to sort through the information a little better. The second topic that you talked about was setting criteria. And we asked you to agree or disagree on a scale of 1 to 5 about these sources of information. Okay, so for benchmarking data, most of you agree or strongly agree. So 31% and 52%, 53% either agree or strongly agree that benchmarking data is important. Using PMS data linked with BMD test results. This is more evenly distributed, looks like a normal distribution, maybe skewed a little bit to the agree side. Criteria from other states, more on the disagree side, either strongly disagree or disagree. That's about more than half. More than half were kind of in those two categories. And the last source of information would be lab to field correlations from experimental test sections. And looks like, again, most people either strongly agree or agree that that's a really good source of information. Topic 3 was about using performance tests and quality assurance. Okay, and we asked the same question kind of at the initial stages or beginning of implementation, and ultimately what you would prefer for, and we only gave you 3 choices here. There are lots more choices than 3, but just to kind of make the discussion kind of go along and then the summary kind of go along. So which approach would you prefer for QA at the beginning of implementation? Looks like the vast majority said option 2, which is verify BMD properties at startup as initial verification lot, then proceed with traditional acceptance quality characteristics. And then the other third roughly said not to use BMD tests for quality assurance. That's the initial response at the beginning of implementation. But ultimately, it looks like the choices flip. Okay, so more people prefer to go to the third approach, which is basically replacing volumetrics used as acceptance quality characteristics with BMD test results. With a little more than a third still want to use option 2. That's sort of what we expected. It would kind of flip from initial to ultimate goals. Dealing with aging. Okay, again, we asked you to agree or disagree on a scale of 1 to 5 about these 3 things. They were worded a little different than I think the discussion topic, so hopefully that didn't confuse you. But the first one is dealing with aging. Mixed aging is not a critical issue at this time. Most people strongly disagree with that. The second one is mixed aging must be included with mix design cracking test for surface mixes. And we got specific there, surface mixes. And looks like either most people either agree or strongly agree with that. And then dealing with aging somehow be assessed with quality assurance cracking test. And again, looks like most people either strongly agree or agree with that approach as well. So that's a quick summary. It's not real in depth, but I think it provides a good picture of kind of where people are thinking. So again, thank you all for participating in that. I wished I had been able to sit and listen in on the discussions. I was trying to get those responses to load live, but basically had to wait until everybody finished all the discussion before it would populate into the Google Forms. So this was a learning exercise for us. Hopefully it was something worthwhile for you guys. So look forward to working with you all again as we kind of move toward implementation of BMD. Hope you all have a very safe and happy Labor Day weekend. Get home and enjoy time with your family. And so Godspeed.